White guys.
What's happening, Kenny?
It's happening right now.
Yeah.
Number 7.
What
baby.
episode is? Oh, you know.
I've been paying attention.
You keeping track?
I've been trying to think. Most of the time, nothing happens, but I kind of remember number 7. Without the Seagrams, hold the Seagrams.
Have you listened to any of our podcasts before? Did you listen to any other podcasts?
I'm not invested into any of these white guys.
No. You just hit it and quit it.
I've listened a little bit. I think it's good. I'll actually listen to a couple of them.
But this is 7.
This
right?
1, 2, 3, 7.
7.
Yo.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah, it's Wednesday night. It's White Guy Wednesday.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we do get
We've
primed
been doing it every
white.
Wednesday.
We do primer white on pre-primer white, pre-white guys.
Yeah. It's that extra thick white primer that covers
we should do
everything.
some chicken wings and some things,
We did some chicken wings tonight.
We did some chicken wings tonight. They were absolutely Maximus, yo. You
They were
doing it?
banging.
I can't wait till you get your restaurant. Like whenever you get there, he's gonna have his own restaurant.
Oh, I thought you meant me.
No.
Yeah.
What are you cooking?
So
Fucking
like
fish sticks?
Potato salad and fish sticks.
You cooking fish sticks? I mean,
I don't like anything too spicy.
Well, how was the Maximus? That was perfectly spiced.
No, I love spicy food.
Yeah, you could tell. Your face is still warm from earlier.
I'm always red. It's fucking rosacea. All right, thank you.
You're
for
welcome.
Being
I didn't give
insensitive
it
to my
you.
skin condition.
Is that how you identify?
As a rosacea, yes.
You own it then,
It's
right?
pinkish.
It's yours.
Red. Yeah.
Well, that's your business.
Rosé. So anyway, I wanted to try something new tonight. Maybe if you're up for it.
I'm open.
Yeah. I was thinking maybe we could actually talk about some topical news stories.
I'd be interested. Yeah, let's go.
All right.
Cue it up.
Cool.
Actually, guys, before we do that tonight, we have a new voicemail that came in from something really important. I think you guys may like.
Sweet.
How important is he?
Oh, he's really important.
Or she.
Hey,
Bring
Kenny,
her.
Kenny, I think you're gonna like this one. I'm gonna play it for you guys real quick and
Bring
let me
it
know
up,
what you think.
JoJo.
All right.
Let's go. I'm ready. They gotta put my glasses on so I can hear you.
Kenny G, as you say, the non-blowing G, one of my favorite people in the world. So funny, so cute, so handsome, so talented. Okay, I listened to the latest episode of your podcast, White Guys, which I have to say is probably one of the best podcasts in the world. I love it. You're hilarious. That other guy, kind of a bum, might want to think about a different co-host. But I remember that you mentioned possibly going down to Rehoboth Beach. Some people call it Rehomo Beach. I would never say that. Very offensive. I would never say that because I'm very big with the L's and the G's and the BTQXYZs. But you may not know that we're coming up on the anniversary of one of the most tragic days in American history. Yes, June 18th, 2022, a date which will live in infamy. Yes, the date that Sleepy Joe fell off his tricycle right outside of Rehoboth Beach. So you may want to think about commemorating that sad day. So sad, so tragic, yet so funny. You may want to think about doing something special, a little extra thing for the podcast. If you want to have me on, we could recreate it. I could ride a bike and fall off and skin my knee, just like Sleepy Joe. But anyway, we just wanted to say Melania and I love the podcast. Keep it up. You're a great American. Best wishes to you. So funny, so talented. And I hope that I can count on your vote in 2024 when we make America great again.
Dude, what the hell was that?
What? I don't know who the hell that was. It sounded like Trump. Mr. T sending me a message.
That was not Trump.
Dude, don't get mad because he was sweating my cheese curls.
That was not Trump, man. It sounded like a bad Bernie Sanders impersonation.
You might think Colonel Sanders. I don't know what you're talking about. But that was Trump. He was celebrating my cheese curls. I'm not mad about it. You sound mad about it. I mean, I'm sorry that he didn't like your busted-ass Lego cut.
Everything I did for that man. He fucking calls me a bum.
That was your dude. Look at him
It's
handling
not
you
my
now.
not my dude. Come on.
He's your dude.
He would be my dude if it was him versus Joe Biden. I would definitely vote for Trump over Joe Biden, but not my first choice for sure.
I'm voting for I don't really know yet. I haven't figured it out.
Robert F. Kennedy Jr. He just declared he's running. He talks like this. Have you heard him speak before?
No, I haven't, but I'm interested to see what he has to say.
He has a lot of good things to say about the vaccine.
Oh, he does.
You may want
He probably got
check him
vaccinated
out.
too. That's probably what happened. So he got vaccinated.
Maybe. It's quite possible, okay?
We'll have to keep an eye out for this guy.
Yeah, you should. Robert F. Kennedy Jr.
I probably won't because I got other shit going on. And I don't really fucking pay attention to all that shit because I'm focusing on my wellness.
Yeah, that's
It
good.
sounds like I see a lot of unwell people out there.
Yeah.
I took my buddy to the airport, and everybody's like in a hurry to go nowhere. I'm just wanting to know where you're going. Like it seems like a good percentage of the people are running late. Like a lot of them. I'm like, I really like to know where they're going. Where are you going? Where are you going? I don't understand. I totally like the space in between, that little buffer where you could have 10 cars in between, but there's nothing, just a car way up there.
Yeah.
It just feels
It's
so
like the taint
good.
of the highway.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
And pretty much the highway's tainted with all these assholes at the other end. And they fucking smell horrible when they're flying by, not realizing their importance.
Yeah.
They're like driving all willy-nilly like they're going somewhere important. Even if it's important, you're going to fucking die the way you drive it. Like, you're going to ruin someone else's life with your willy-nilly style. Like, it's not happening.
Yeah.
I'm over your shit. Use your turn signal. Maybe yield zipper proper, but it's probably not going to happen. I'm going to see y'all out there acting like assholes. So,
I mean, couldn't it be possible that every one of those people is having an emergency, though?
It is an emergency out there, I guess. I don't have an emergency.
Could be a bunch of pregnant women, people trying to get to the hospital.
Then people have been working overtime because there's a lot of pregnant women out there. I guess we're going to have more traffic later, right?
That's probably not true. Yeah, we're not having enough babies. So
I don't know. There's a lot of people out there coming back from the airport. It took me an hour and 18 minutes to get back to where I was from.
that's not horrible.
It's not.
From
I don't.
home.
Dude, I've done it for years.
At least you didn't have. Did you
I
have to
know
go?
Philly
You didn't have
traffic.
to go into the Philly airport.
No, I
did
do
you?
the.
Because that is a cesspool.
No, it wasn't that bad. I just dropped them off. I dropped them off at a spot.
Man, it is one of the worst.
Well, I was dropping off
airports in the country.
I had a gorilla that had the mail to Beijing. That was the deal. So I dropped my gorilla friend off at the frontier, and
you had
then
a gorilla.
yeah, I dropped him off because he's
Like
all
what-
kinds
like-
of monkey
like
business.
a
I couldn't handle
silverback.
him anymore.
What?
I don't know what color his back was. He was wearing a shirt.
Whoa,
It
domesticated
was
gorilla.
button up. It was a button up. It wasn't a t-shirt.
Wow. Okay.
But he's gone. Yeah, actually, I sent him to Tampa. I wasn't actually sending him to Beijing. I don't.
Wow.
I can't afford it.
Yeah.
So I sent him down. It was a little warmer down.
It's
in
cheaper to
Tampa.
go to Florida.
Yeah, it's probably like
It's
70
direct. I think
it's
you
probably
can
like
go
79,
direct
50.
from Philly.
Frontier's not fun though. Southwest was cool, man. It would give you like a bag of nuts and shit, like in a complimentary water. You know what I
Somebody
mean?
said the other day that Frontier is like the Waffle House of airlines.
You're not wrong.
It's just like
Actually, I don't want to. I don't want to like dog him out that bad. Like it was. I had to come up, and I wasn't prepared because my buddy didn't tell me we switched airlines, and I had a fucking. I packed like I could get a bag under the plane, and that's not the case. I get this small box you can't even fit like a 1970s like businessman suitcase in. It's a metal box. It doesn't fit. You know, I got lucky because I was running late, and then my boy like actually on my ticket he put the wrong birth date, so I had to go back on the train, back to the beginning. And I was like, dude, it actually worked out because I didn't have to spend $100 on a overstuffed bag that would never fit in the box.
Yeah.
You know, for real, would never fit it. I just had it on my bag and just like snuck through. And his wife, she bought a bag to fit. Like his wife was coming down as I was leaving. So he like waited to pick her up. It was all worked out nice. And they beat her up at Philly. They jammed her. She actually bought the special suitcase to fit in the box. And they're like,
Didn't
Hundy.
fit.
They're like, Hundy, please. And I
Yeah.
got blessed with keeping my undies and no Hundy. I'm like,
Yeah.
because I think it's $100, but like Southwest had it, dude. You get one free under, carry on, reasonably priced airline, and I don't know what happened to them.
Yeah.
They're probably still handing out nuts, but not to my boy because he's on Frontier.
All right, so this first news story that I wanted to bring up, which I thought you guys might be interested in. This is via the Philadelphia Inquirer. The headline is, Thomas Jefferson president should have known better, says the CEO in a note to the systems community. So the story is that the president of Thomas Jefferson University, a prestigious medical college in Philadelphia, so he's in danger of being fired because he liked certain tweets on Twitter. He liked certain tweets by the journalist Alex Berenson, who's done a lot of reporting around COVID, the efficacy of the vaccine, side effects of the vaccine, side effects of lockdowns, all kinds of things. He's been on Rogan. He's a real deal journalist. He's doing real research. And this guy who I believe is he's a Yale educated molecular immunologist, Tykozinski, I believe is his name, the president of Jefferson. The CEO of Jefferson, Joseph G. Cacchione, is saying that Tykocinski should have known better.
For liking something?
So what he did was he liked certain tweets that the rest of Jefferson is
Up in arms.
about. So
It's
he
silly.
he
It
also
sounds
supposedly
ridiculous.
liked a tweet that likened so-called gender-affirming care to the mutilation of children. And so in his defense, he says he's an older gentleman.
How old is he? Do you know?
He may not know. I don't know if it says in here. I would guess 60s probably.
Yeah, upward, yeah.
So he may not know exactly how Twitter works.
Yeah.
In his defense, he said he liked these tweets because he wanted to bookmark them.
He went to do more research.
He wasn't necessarily saying, "What do you got, Joe?" 70. He's 70 years old. Thanks,
Thanks,
Joe.
JoJo.
So now, since Elon took over Twitter, Papa Elon,
Yeah.
there actually is a bookmark feature, so you can
save it
bookmark a
for
tweet
later,
without
yeah.
liking it, which people have been worried about forever and that was this guy's defense, is I wasn't liking that because I agree with it. I was liking it to bookmark it because
Right, he was interested to find out about
it was a different view that ran counter to his, is what his defense is, and he wanted to know more about that.
Education's elevation.
Now, to me, man, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what his reasoning was.
He shouldn't have to answer to any of that. I think it's complete horseshit, and I don't think you shouldn't have to. I'm kind of over this having to walk on eggshell shit with people, and most of these people that are up in arms with stuff are unfortunately probably not even managing their own self properly. And if you actually like focused on these people that are giving shit, you could probably find a whole lot of shit that they've done in their past that could be crippling if you want to like hyper focus on these details.
Sure.
That's the deal. That's how I feel. Like I think people are focused on all the wrong things, and if they actually focus on themselves, they might find that they'll be very busy,
Yeah.
and they can have no time to be focused on these like ridiculous things that you're talking about right now.
So here's, to quote the Inquirer article, in his letter of apology to the Jefferson community, I wish I knew how to pronounce this.
It's okay.
Tykocinski says he does not believe vaccines are harmful and noted that he and members of his family received the COVID-19 vaccine.
There you
Quote,
go.
I understand that my lack of knowledge of the Twitter platform created questions and unintentionally offended many, he wrote in his apology message. Please be assured this will be a learning experience, and I will grow as a person and a professional from this misstep.
Absolutely ridiculous.
Insane.
Yeah. You know, it's ridiculous. People's focuses aren't on themselves, and they have to like beat up on this poor doctor that's been working hard his whole life to be helpful in the community, and they just want to come through.
What do you got, Joe?
So someone else in their response to that article, what you just mentioned, like his apology letter, they quoted, "You shouldn't need specialized understanding in the pediatric care to recognize that trans affirming care is simply a part of healthcare and a part of well-being." It was like that was her response to his apology letter throughout the article.
Oh, right. Yeah. So go back. So it says, quote, "But Jesse Lingle, an associate professor of communications and gender, sexuality, and women's studies," that's a mouthful, "at the University of Pennsylvania was critical of what do you think, Joe? Tykosinski?
His name.
Let's say Tykosinski.
Yeah.
Tykosinski's critical of Tykosinski's response to being asked by the Inquirer if he thought transgendered surgery was, quote, child mutilation. His answer should have been an unequivocal no, she said. Instead, he told the Inquirer, "This is not my clinical area of expertise. In general, any issue involving children should be referred to clinical experts." That is the correct answer. It's not his area of expertise,
Right.
and anything should be referred to clinical experts in children's hospitals. And from my perspective, yes, it is mutilation. We're talking about children that are minors. We're talking about permanently altering their body for the rest of their lives. That's mutilation. And we don't have to get too deep into that, but I don't see the problem. And in the end, none of this matters, because what we're talking about is this guy's being penalized for thought crimes, right? Everybody loves to bring up George Orwell's famous book, 1984. They brought it up all the time during Trump. They said, we're going towards this fascist regime, where journalists are going to be jailed, all these things going on. But in the end, today we see a lot more parallels to the novel 1984 than we ever did under Trump. So there was this idea in the book that it was called wrong speak or thought crime, where anytime you had any thought or idea that ran counter to what was the Socialist Party of England, basically the book was set in the futuristic England where it became a socialist country. It was a major penalty. You'd be penalized for it. You would be sent to a re-education camp, be sent to a work camp. Anytime you even thought anything that was different from the mainstream narrative of the ruling party. And that's exactly what's going on here. This guy doesn't even say that he believes these things. He liked a tweet that said something, and they're coming for his job.
It's absolutely, it's insane.
It's
That's not even
madness.
okay. It's not, people need to figure this shit out. Like, it's not cool to do that type of thing, and they need to fucking quit it.
Yeah.
Because now this guy's ruined his career because he likes something.
Because he liked to tweet.
If you probably comb through all my stuff, I've liked all kinds of wackadoodle shit, and I'm going to continue to do so.
Right.
And you can whatever you want with it, and I'm going to still like wackadoodle stuff, whatever. I just think people are insane. All these people that are coming at them, I bet you if you do comb through all their shit, you'll find some dirt. Everyone is out here acting like they don't got no skeletons.
Right.
Shut the fuck up. Sorry, JoJo.
What do you got, Joe?
So I will say something like back to that book, 1984, something that probably you guys will like, though, is they do teach that. So me recently being in high school and you bringing up this book, I remember learning about it.
Did you read it in high school?
Yeah, I did read that book in high school.
Nice.
It was
What stuck out in that?
Great.
And no, I'm just saying, like, they did make it a point to, like, things like this never to happen again.
That's
so
the thing. Yeah.
I will bring up that it is, in today's education, it was brought up like, hey, this happened back then.
That's great.
And this term was a thing back then, and no longer today should it be a thing. So it was taught to the younger generation.
Yeah.
But then again, here you have it.
Sounds like it's back.
So, yeah, someone like that
I don't support
is
it.
now, they thought something or wanted to book something. Now they're being hated for it, possibly losing their job for it. Like, we gotta learn from the past and evolve from it. And in this case, that did not happen.
Well, I guarantee you, if you question any of these people that are coming for this guy's ass, they would completely deny that there's any parallels between what they're doing in that book, because they believe that what they think is right and is the only way. And it's not that they are some huge power coming down on somebody. They're just doing what they're doing what they think is morally right. Like that's the way they present themselves. We're on the right side of history. We're on the moral side of history, and anything that you happen to think or say or do that's against us is immoral or on the wrong side of history. And so that's that. Like
you're going down.
They believe they're doing the right thing, right?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
But in the end, they can't take that next step to say that, well, if what you believe and what you think is the only thing that can be thought or believed, that in itself is totalitarian, authoritarian thinking. Like, you can't, like, that's completely counter to what this country is all about. We have the First Amendment. We have the right to free thought and freedom of speech and freedom of thought, like all of that. We're supposed to have an independent press, which is slowly dying off.
It's gone.
You know,
it's like it's not even there. Yeah, they're trying to. They've been poisonous for a long time.
Yeah,
and you have to find your way and not get caught up in. It's crazy. Like, I mean, the guys just like something. Like, I mean, I like all kinds of somethings. I don't even know. Am I going to get canceled for liking myself now? Like, what's going on? I like me. I love me. I'm working on that. Like, I don't know. You ain't ever going to cancel me because I love me. That's it. You got to go love yourself or go fuck yourself. Sorry, JoJo.
So I don't know. We'll keep following the story. We'll see what happens. But so sorry about that. We had to take a piss break. Dude, I'm getting you a fucking catheter for the show.
I need 2 of them.
We did 22 minutes, and you had to piss. Twice. Yeah.
I'm a good pisser.
He's a good pisser. You're very good.
I just have to.
I mean, you're good. You're good at it. Everybody has their strengths. You know.
I finally made it clear again.
Yeah, that's good.
I'm making piss clear again. That's what I'm doing. That's my goal.
All right. So speaking about people getting canceled, by this point, everybody knows that Tucker Carlson is out at Fox News. Whatever you think about Tucker, some people love him, some people hate him. He's definitely a polarizing figure. But it reminded me of this interview that he did with Phil Lesh from the Grateful Dead, which is one of my favorite bands of all time. I think you're also a fan.
Big fan. Got really lucky back in the day to see them live as a punk rock Mohican.
Sweet. So let's check out this little bit of this interview with a very young Tucker Carlson and Phil Lesh from the Grateful Dead.
Let's go.
One of the things I always loved about the Grateful Dead was the almost sort of, at least from the outside, it appeared to be a libertarian spirit, a reluctance to tell other people what to do, and it struck me as a kind of non-political band, at least from the outside. Other bands are always lecturing you from the stage. No one from the Grateful Dead, at the shows I went to anyway, was ever lecturing anybody on who to vote for. You've got this amazing line tucked in the book. I want to read it to you, talking about a show you played in 1966 in the Panhandle of San Francisco. You said there was a Buddhist chant led by Allen Ginsberg. After that, poets read, bands played, people danced. We even had some leftist politicos from Berkeley ranting, the only bring down of the day.
Yeah, I'm referring to the human being there.
Yeah. So why is, when all these bands became political, all the bands sort of in your world, why did you all choose not to?
Because we felt that what we were doing was more, I hate to use that word because it's almost a cliche, religious. What we were doing was religious in the original sense of the word, which means to bind together. We were trying to create a community of spirit with the music. And the political harangue and again, it was just like being just like a cop trying to tell people what to do or legislate morality or legislate private behavior. It was just anathema to us.
But you have all these fans, these wide-eyed fans who love you. I mean, isn't it tempting to want to send some sort of message to people since you have the power?
Music is the message. The metaphor of the band cooperating and collaborating and becoming one being, one organism, that's the message.
Yeah.
Love it.
The band cooperating and collaborating and becoming one organism was the message.
And I love their message. It felt good.
It's amazing, man.
I got really lucky back in the day and saw them at the Spectrum back-to-back 2 shows. Ran into my good friend that I like shipped off to Tampa, like him and his buddy. It was wild. I was like a punk rock guy, and the guy I used to work at the a flag company locally, and the hippie guy was like, "If you've never seen a Dead, you got to come see the Dead with me," and I did. We did like multiple shows. Like it was great.
That's
There's
awesome.
a whole nother story on the way home because we didn't find our extracurricular activity till after the fact of the event, and that was a whole interesting ride home.
So I posted this video on my personal TikTok page because I knew it took a little research to find. I remember seeing clips of this years ago, and then I was able to find a bunch of clips of the original interview, and I knew it was going to spark debate because the Dead are just such a widely loved band, but yet because of that, their fans are all
Diverse.
over the political spectrum.
Diverse.
Right? So
Yeah.
I knew, and it was instant. Like it took off instantly, and I took a couple screenshots of some of the funnier comments. This guy, so this is an anonymous user says, "If Tucker is a deadhead, I'm out." And then somebody responded to him and said, "That's very undead of you."
Yes, it is.
Right? So
People are so ready to just jump ship all the time.
yeah.
It's ridiculous. Just stop it.
So and people, especially with the Dead, and I mean, there's no other band quite like the Dead, but I feel like people like to project their own thoughts and politics and everything on their favorite bands, even if they don't necessarily prescribe to that. And the Dead, I would say, have always been apolitical up until the point of when Jerry died, and then it kind of, and there's actually some comments about that, so I'll keep going. So this is from PhilZone90. The boys never played politics. Well, at least not until Jerry checked out. Then Bobby started yapping. And Banjo Likes Fishing replied, "Bobby's a tool." And I kind of agree. I'm not a Bobby fan. I'm a Jerry guy.
That's sad because our boy Bill loves Bobby.
Yeah, that's cool. Bill can love
That's his
whoever he wants,
business.
but I think Bobby's a tool. I agree. Here's from Kate Jenkins 343. Deadheads are Democrats. I'm sorry to tell you. So Kate knows. Deadheads are all Democrats.
I guess they're all pedophiles too. Then too. Is that the deal?
I mean,
What's going on? Is that what's going on now? You just telling everyone what's going on? What's the deal?
yes.
So all Democrats are fucking reptilians also? What's going on?
Here's from Frothy Donger.
Oof.
Bob is an ass.
Oof.
I agree, Frothy Donger. Bob is an ass.
But he's got the frothy donger, and it's probably on Bob's ass.
Oh, this one's good. This is from Stoop. Quote, Republicans buy records too, Jerry Garcia. I don't think Jerry ever said that, but what that reminds me of is Michael Jordan. Because in the 90s, when Jordan was the biggest athlete in the fucking world, everybody was coming down on him, wanting to know his political views. And he very much like Jerry, at Jerry's height and at Jordan's height, they both pulled back from politics and did not comment on politics. And Michael Jordan did famously say conservatives, or he maybe said Republicans. Let's say he said Republicans. Oh, no, I think he said conservatives. I think he said conservatives buy sneakers too.
Right.
That was a smart businessman. He was
and he's
not
still selling sneakers.
He's still selling
He's
sneakers.
still smelling sneakers
still
wherever
smells
he
sneakers,
goes.
yeah.
Wherever he goes.
But it's funny. Like I never understood businesses taking a political stance. Like, are you really want to cut off potentially 50% of your customer base by making a strong political? I mean, if that's what you want to do it. But
I mean, it's your choice.
to me,
At
as
the
a
end of the day, you choose
as a
your
business
path.
owner myself,
Yeah,
that it seems
just-
like a strange decision to make.
I mean,
but-
I wouldn't go to a quote place and then start spatting off how I feel about things. Like,
yeah.
I actually don't actually do it anyway. Like, I don't really participate in that realm because I just don't think
Here's
think-
from Stoop.
There
Here's
you go,
from Stoop
Go
too.
Stoop too.
The most American band ever to exist, and I do agree with that. They were the most American band. Here's the good one, Pliny the Elder. Shame a lot of deadheads are the biggest hypocrites, talking about acceptance and all that. But heaven forbid you are a Republican, they'll shun you.
Hit me, JoJo. Yo,
Look at that.
my boy.
Joey.
Oh, JoJo. He's the man.
All right,
He
we got
just hit me.
a few more here, a few more good ones. This is
Wrap
from
it
an
up.
anonymous user. The saddest thing was seeing the Dead and company last year and hearing the stupid political shit. Fucking embarrassing. So I kind of stopped following them. I haven't seen any
Yeah.
of the later shows, but supposedly
want-
from what people have said, they did get a lot more political in the past couple years. Which I think
didn't
Jerry-
come to the code. I
think
wouldn't
Jerry
go
would
to
be
a
pissed
show.
about.
I would
Yeah.
actually be pissed off if I was Jerry, so I'd be rolling over my grave. But like, I'm not going to a show to have. I'm gonna go have a good time. We're already overwhelmed and oversaturated with all the horse shit that they're beating on us with all this stuff. Like,
Yeah.
I'm kind of over it. Like, I've been saying a lot lately. Is like, most people. I don't want to walk in your eggshells. Walk in your own fucking eggshells. I'm not doing it anymore. I'm
Yeah.
done. I'm fucking done.
So I got one more
One more, please.
from another anonymous
Yo.
user. If Tucker is a deadhead, I'm out. And then there's a response from Carrie Ann Berduli. So is Ann Coulter. We're, W-E-I-R, everywhere. Which is interesting. And a lot of people don't understand this or even know this, but there are a lot of conservatives that are deadheads.
Absolutely. See them everywhere.
Tucker Carlson, Ann Coulter, Steve Bannon
Nice.
was
Wow,
a
okay.
huge deadhead. And it's just, it's funny to me that people can't understand how somebody with a different political opinion can like the same band that they do. That's just, it's bizarre to me, especially a band like the Dead that was never explicitly political
Right.
at all.
There's some. It's a band. Like,
It's a band. Like we
Yo,
go to see
everyone's-
music for the same reason that a lot of people go to see sports or watch
Right,
sports, is to escape your day-to-day,
Yeah.
everyday reality. And that's why I think a lot of people got turned off from the NFL and the
Yeah.
NBA in the past couple of years when
Yeah.
they started getting more political, when there were
Right.
political messages literally painted on the field and on the courts.
yeah.
A lot of people are like, what the hell? Like, this is supposed to be my time away from regular life, away from all of the things that we argue about every day. This is my time to just
Right, right.
chill,
You're right.
watch a sport,
It's
chill,
business.
listen to a record, chill, watch a live performance, and escape.
It's business. It's
And when you let the shit of politics invade every aspect and every pore
I
of
don't.
everything.
They do.
You don't.
I don't.
I'm just
I
saying.
Don't, but
No,
yeah,
I
it's
know we don't.
wild. It's wild that they do that because it's like they're not trying to separate anything anymore. It's just like
Yeah.
it's oversaturated in every aspect, and that's the deal.
And a lot.
Like,
It
you
was
can't- they
funny.
can't do-
Like there was
yeah.
there's so many comments. I mean, I think it's up to like 55,000 maybe views, a couple thousand comments.
On this particular
But
video.
so many, yeah. But so many people just could not believe that Tucker Carlson was a deadhead. And in the other video clip, which we didn't play, he talks about he grew up in the Bay Area,
Yeah.
so he talks about seeing them more than 50 times.
Wow.
And all these people are like, "No fucking way, Tucker's not a deadhead." Like the one guy, if Tucker's a deadhead, I'm out. And it's like
he was out when
he-
he just said that he answered like that. He's out.
and
He's out of his mind.
it's just it's wild to me that
people are
have
too
such a hard
inward.
time.
People are too inward. They're not open armed. And my boy Mike gives me a hard time because he's like, "You gotta keep your arms wide open." I can't think of this.
Yeah.
It's you gotta be open. If not, you're like if you open your arms up, you'll receive everything you want. If you close your arms, you're getting nothing. And that's the facts.
Yeah.
I've been getting everything that I wanted because I'm open. I don't like get too caught up in it.
So speaking of Tuckers,
Happy Tuckers,
any kind of Tuckers.
but could the Tuckers be truckers?
This Tucker is not a trucker. This Tucker is a superstar social media influencer who happened to team up with Bud Light in a marketing campaign named
Happy
Dylan
Tucker.
Mulvaney.
How veiny is it?
So, Dylan and Bud Light are back in the news this week, and it's because numbers have come out that sales of Bud Light have dropped 26% since April, since it became public that they partnered up with this flamboyant man who thinks he's a woman, who wears woman face and does caricatures of women and little girls. And I would say the creepiest thing about him is not that he portrays himself as a woman, but that he wants to portray himself as a little girl, which is a little more than a little concerning to me. Joe?
So I actually been seeing that all over social media. I had no idea what it was about because like everyone was all these posts were referring to "Don't buy Bud Light," and it was just like a huge marketing campaign across the board. Like, and now you're bringing up the percentages and makes sense. Like, they go into say more things that are wrong in it, but I'm not going to get into that. But now hearing that, it all makes sense because it was. You know how the TikTok algorithm works. It just blows up out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And seeing all these people like, oh, I was going to buy Bud Light. I think I'm this. And then, oh, all right, I'm going to go buy this instead now. Like, it's huge. And now it makes sense.
Well, there've been so many. I mean, everybody's probably seen the Kid Rock video where he
Blows up.
annihilates a couple cases of Bud Light. There's been all kinds of funny memes. Transheiser-Busch was a funny one. I think one of the funniest ones to me was a man pretending to be a woman selling a liquid pretending to be a beer. Right? So it's like, and at the end of the day, it's like, you need to remember that these corporations don't give a shit about you.
I'm going to chime in real quick. I've said this for years, and you can't make sense out of nonsense. And that's what's going on right now. Basically, if you drink Bud Light, just drink Bud Light, whatever. You're getting caught up in this detail that's for somebody else. If you enjoy that beer, just go enjoy yourself. Or go love yourself is another phrase good for go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Sorry, JoJo.
But the thing to remember is these corporations don't give a shit about you. They care about their bottom line. So if they get an inkling that there's a new hot thing right now, if it's trans, and they decide to go for it, do a marketing campaign with this person who does have millions of followers, is huge. They took the gamble on it. It didn't pay off. It actually backfired. Yeah. So they're going to have to eat it. But
they could have said trains instead of trans, and they could have been like riding off into the sunset with some big dollars. But like they said trains. They said trans, not trains.
But it's not, it's not working out for them. So I've got this article from Yahoo News up. This said sales of Bud Light dropped 26% in the end of April, following the consumer pushback in the wake of the company's decision to partner with transgender social media personality Dylan Mulvaney. So historically, these kind of boycotts have been more of a thing of the left wing, I would say, like especially when we were growing up. Like we talked about it before, like, I'm not going to buy something from this company because I don't like what they believe in or Home Depot donates money to Republicans. I'm not going to buy stuff from Home Depot. So, but it's interesting now that this is more of a conservative boycott that actually seems to be gaining some foothold and making a real difference in Bud Light's bottom line.
It's the same thing with like Chick-fil-A. Like, are these Republicans still buying it?
I love Chick-fil-A.
They're buying the non-gay chicken. Is that what's going on? I call it the
Not on Sunday though. You can't get it on Sunday.
No, you got to go to church.
Yeah,
pray your sins away. And I think that I love Chick-fil-A.
So good.
I call it the Jesus chicken.
That's great. I love
it's like
it.
that buttery ass Jesus chicken. You can taste that butter.
Yeah,
but not on Sunday. Yeah, Joe,
so talking about the $1 billion companies like not caring and like going out on these leads. So I don't know if you guys are like relevant on YouTube and like who's on top and all that. So there's this channel called Mr. Beast.
Oh yeah.
And one of his I guess you would say co-hosts for the longest time, Chris, is just now came out as transgender. And there's been a huge backlash on that because all of the fans and they talk about Mr. Beast trying to go woke in a sense, because when they first started, this channel was about like, they'd have explosions, AK-47s, and like a lot of the people that used to work for Mr. Beast were like really masculine men.
Yep.
And if you look over their transition of when they started to where they're at now, the people they have with, so they started with really masculine men, and they fired these people, and you can see the change of the people, like where I was changing today's demographic of what a man should look like.
Yes.
And it's like going back to the whole Bud Light thing, not caring. There was definitely some behind the scenes of this guy's like, okay, I'm already the #1 YouTube channel. How do I keep growing my business? And like, oh, maybe I'd try this. And then people are
You
talking
got to be
about
trans.
maybe he almost forced, because like this man had a wife and a child.
Kids, too. One or two kids, right?
Yeah, kids. And then out of nowhere, this transition happens.
Yep.
Now,
Transition into money.
So you gotta wonder. Is it? And I wonder that about Dylan too. Like, is it the big hot thing that's going on right now? And I know I can be
know.
even more famous. I mean, just from my research on this person, he seems to be a whore for fame. Like, seems to be what it's about. It's about being famous. And if the thing that's gonna make me most famous is being this thing right now, and this thing happens to be now trans,
He tuckered it back.
that to me, yeah. He'll
he
tucker it all
tuckered
to
back. Yeah, he just tuckered way back
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
business. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, business is business. You just gotta.
But
find
no,
second
these
business.
so in this article they're forecasting that if Bud Light sales continue to trend in the way that they are, they say that they think it runs the risk of losing that #1 position, which is Anheuser-Busch InBev, which is no longer an American company. They sold out to a European InBev
course
a couple
they did.
years ago. Forget 8-10 years ago,
Most
maybe.
America sold out to the overseas. That's
At
why
the
our
end of the
town's-
calendar year 2023, Modelo Especial may take over as the #1 beer seller.
I'll be honest
in
with
America,
you. My favorite
which is like-
Modelo is the Negro.
Go Mexico!
I
Like,
do.
fucking take
Yeah,
over.
my old landlord turned me on to the Negro Modelo with a lime in it.
Oh, it's good. Yeah,
Delicious. I don't like the regular Modelo. I like that Negro.
yeah.
Yeah, all
you
day
do.
with the lime when I was good to the city, dude.
You can
Like,
tell.
You could, with lime when they rub it all around the tip.
Yeah, Negro with
slip
some
it right
green.
in.
Yeah.
They pushed it all the way in
So
to my Dello. No pillow, all Dello. Come on, pip up.
so
Zap, zap.
somebody's got a birthday coming up. Somebody just had a birthday.
Oh,
Jojo.
Happy birthday to Jojo. Fuck the casinos,
when I
Jojo.
say cheers, boys, I actually can cheers you now. 21st birthday.
Which birthday?
Baby. 21st.
21.
legally-
Happy birthday, Joe.
It was a-
Cheers.
It was
Don't be bringing numbers over this way,
it was
though.
it was a
Cha-ching.
wild weekend, boys. But
You-
we're here, though.
yeah.
It's Wednesday. We recovered. I had a couple days
I-
to recover.
Definitely wasn't wilding out the casinos, and don't be calling numbers out over here.
And somebody else is having a birthday coming
I
up too.
am.
So
I identify as a 27-year-old, and I'm sticking to it.
I like that.
Yeah,
You could be 27.
all day because I say so.
So I was coming home from work today, and I took a little bit of the budget for the show and splurged. So for Joe, this is a late
Stop
birthday
it.
present. For Kenny, this is an early birthday present. So I got you guys
Let's go.
a sixer,
Yeah, you're
Bud
an
Light
asshole.
Pounders.
You're an asshole, but I'll do it. Koozie, hit me. I gotta get another koozie. That's hilarious.
Is this gonna make our viewership go down 27%?
All right, so
could
I
give a
know
shit. I
I
don't
know
care.
we're all very
not-
supportive of marginalized communities.
I don't even drink this shit, but I'll do it for you.
You
And
better do it, because if you don't drink that bear, you're transphobic.
I don't drink beer. I drink beer.
You better drink that bear.
Motherfucker. Yo,
Cheers me.
Bud
Joe.
Light.
Cheers, boys.
Bam.
Clickety clack.
Click clack.
I don't even like this beer, but let's try it. Hold on.
Piss water. There it is.
Fucking disgusting.
Frisco.
Jesus Christ.
Yo,
I'm gonna stick to the twisted
Ah.
teas, boys.
this tastes like the
The
boys-
Transformers can have that. I don't want that.
Could you gotta like,
Dude.
Why did you have to get pounders? You could get like a fucking.
That's all they
16 ounce.
had. That's all they. I couldn't. I was
You're
looking
trying
for
to get
smaller
pounded.
ones.
I think you're trying to get pounded tonight.
Jesus Christ, that's gross. I gotta try it again.
Hold on, I'll do it. It's not that bad. It doesn't taste
I think
like...
it's. I actually think it's the #1 selling beer in America.
Yeah, I can see why.
Until last month. I'll tell you, the moral of this story is support your local breweries. If you can brew your own beer, do that. If you can't, at least support your own local independent breweries. And fuck Bud Light, fuck all the corporate beers. Keep your money in your local community and support people in your local community.
I ain't fucking nobody.
I'm going to keep drinking it.
You can have it, dude.
Should I come around with the trash can boys? Are we going to be tossing those, or are they going to...
You
No,
better
I'm gonna
finish that. If you don't finish that, you're transphobic.
Yeah, that's 27% right there.
I'm watching you.
It's going to say right where it's at.
All right.
I'm going to drink this Stomped on Hazy because I'm not lazy. I'm going to go to work tomorrow and get my money. So, Norm,
Yeah.
we're trying to get him, now that he's drinking his Bud Light, he might actually transition into an actual painter.
Been thinking about it.
That's the goal. I'm trying to get him to, like, come over to the paint side.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Well, we got a carpenter, a painter, and a plumber walked into a bar,
What the fuck are they going to do?
and I don't have the ending to that joke yet, but we'll work on it.
You better get an answer because that would have been good if you had one.
Yeah, I don't have one. I've been thinking about it. I can't.
It's okay, but that's funny. You know, but you're not going to be a carpenter anymore. You're going to be
This is delicious.
It's not horrible.
I feel like
you can feel really veiny right
I
now.
don't know. I feel like my testicles are sucking up inside my body cavity. I feel like
You're moving over to the other side.
I don't know. I'm just
That's
feeling
funny.
I'm feeling
That
a
was
certain
that
way,
was a
Kenny.
good twist.
I'm feeling a certain way right
You
now.
can tell. You
Can you tell? Can you
Yeah.
tell?
I can't
I'm
tell
gonna-
anything.
This is halfway done. Just wait till it's all finished.
It's all Bud Light from here.
Could you imagine, like, this was the episode, like, you came out, like, gay or something like that?
It might happen. It's not over yet.
He's
wait,
got
Joe.
He's got 3 more to go.
I got 3 more to go,
Yeah.
plus this one on yours because you're not going to finish them, so they're mine.
You can finish mine because I'm done. 'Cause I don't like that shit.
Okay, transphobe.
I mean, you can call me whatever you like, but I just don't like Bud Light. I like
know what that means.
I like heavy butt, not like butt light.
Heavy butt.
It's a butt light. I don't fuck with that.
Mm.
More
Yeah.
heavy butts.
Mm.
Now, look, you transitioned over to the old day. You fucked up. You done fucked up.
Nope.
Got him. Yo.
I didn't even drink
Got
that.
him. Yo,
I didn't drink
yeah.
it. I didn't drink it.
You
I picked it up.
picked it up. You were confused. You got to go back to where you're going.
It's good. I love it. Forget everything I said before. This is my beer. I'm reclaiming this. I'm reclaiming Bud Light
We're gonna have to get your foot on
for
there.
red-blooded
I think
American males.
You could probably, if now that they're struggling, if you get your image on there, you might get them to boost
yeah.
the sales.
Mm-hmm.
If not, you're getting canceled.
Did you see they printed a commemorative can with
If there
Dylan?
was still a Zerns,
on there.
they'd probably sell them in like 20 years.
And
of
I think
Zerns.
people got freaked out because they thought like they were actually selling those cans. It was like a one-off thing.
Yeah.
Like they made one for
one set for the advertisement.
whatever. You know what? Like the point is
I'd buy one.
these
I would buy
corporate-
one for $1 million, like at Sotheby's for like $1 million.
dude, none of these corporations give a shit about you. Just wait. Pride Month is coming up. 1 month away is Pride Month.
What's Pride Month? June?
So what?
June's Pride Month?
Jesus
Where's Pride
Christ,
Month?
you're such a fucking homophobic,
No,
transphobic
I'm not.
motherfucker.
I'm just
It's
ignorant.
June. Pride Month is June.
I didn't mark my calendar. I'm sorry.
Fucking asshole.
Oh my God.
But just watch on social media how many corporations change their little avatar, their picture, to a rainbow flag, a trans flag, a progress trans flag, whatever. Just watch. Do you think they actually give a fuck?
They do. It's money.
No. They
No,
want to
care-
make,
they
they
care
give a
about the
fuck
money.
about making money. That's what they give a fuck about.
Yes.
And so, yeah, there we go. The classic 70s rainbow flag. Like, what was wrong with that? Why did we have to change that? So that's,
It's
yeah,
raining,
there's,
man.
Have you guys seen the new
Hallelujah.
and improved?
there's the progress pride flag.
Yeah, there's they added more to the
Yep.
rainbow spectrum for the new and improved flag.
Yeah.
I
No,
like
it
it. It's a good
keeps
design.
it keeps changing. It keeps getting
It's
uglier and uglier.
It's
like
evolving, Norm.
what was wrong with a rainbow? A rainbow's beautiful. It encompasses everything. Why do you have to change a rainbow?
Because they're adding on to it. You get all the pronouns now.
Yeah, you can't add on to a rainbow.
Yeah,
that's
th-
retarded.
That was the whole thing about it. So like I think you know, like certain you would talk about like trans and all, like, you know, like the different
This is
standards,
delicious.
the different standards nowadays. That's why they were adding more colors, because apparently like the red, the orange, the yellow, they all stand for something. And then the like I'm pretty sure like pink and blue may be trans. I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure, but I
Pink
know
and blue is trans.
Yeah, that's why they like updated the flag. Is
Okay.
because
Right.
to
And they
fit
had to put
more-
they had to put the black and brown in there because black and brown are not actually in the rainbow.
Well, they're black and brown trans people.
Sure.
Makes sense.
Since when does a rainbow not encompass everything and
The only
everyone?
rainbow I remember was Reading Rainbow.
Dude, reading Rainbow,
Yeah.
Rainbow Bright,
Yeah. Rainbow Bright.
Lucky Charms,
Pippi Longstocking.
right? Which is really offensive. You want to talk about offensive? Lucky Charms. That
Leprechaun that spread the mushrooms around, or the marshmallows, I mean.
the marshmallows.
Yeah.
Talk about an offensive stereotype of an Irish person. Right? He's always after the Lucky Charms. He's this little
You'll never catch me, Lucky Charms.
like how is that not offensive to Irish people? How is that guy not been the Philadelphia Pride flag? Look at that.
Yeah, that's nice.
I'm glad I'm colorblind because I can't see most of those.
Are you really?
Can you find? That's funny. Yeah, there's the regular old transgender flag. So look up abrosexual because I did a video about
That sounds
that.
like a magic trick. You know?
No, it
Is that a
sounds
trick?
funny. Well, it's real though.
Abro.
Abrosexual. There's an actual flag for it.
I can't do anything. It's in a book. It's Reading Rainbow.
I can go
Anywhere.
Take a look.
It's
in a book.
It's
Reading
Rainbow.
Rainbow. Can you find it? Sexual fluidity. I mean, it does stands for sexual fluidity, but
is it you want me to look for an image or the term?
no, it's okay.
He's still working on turning. You know, he's
Just
turning.
let me
a
get yeah.
Norm is turning a new leaf. Watch him walk. He's
How many
gonna-
of these do you think I have to drink before I become trans?
I think you're there. I think it's one beer. Done.
I didn't do it. This
Keep
one-
going.
What
Oh, you got a bogus one? You got
This one's
jam-
fucking.
You take it back. Where'd you get? Where'd you buy that shit? Don't tell the name though. Local?
Yeah, the supermarket.
They
Is that
fucked
Trump
it.
with a rainbow flag? Look at that.
Yeah. See?
Look at that. Love it.
He's celebrating.
I'm pretty sure that photo is I think that's an American flag, or I think it's supposed to. I don't know. It may be.
I don't know. I mean, he may have done it.
It's all business. If you show up, he's going to.
No, it was. Yeah, it was him actually holding up the.
He's very big with the L's and the G's and the BTQXYZs. People don't know that he was actually the first president to come into office supporting gay marriage. Obama, no. Clinton, no.
Trump, he did from the very beginning, even before he was president. He said he supported gay marriage.
Good for Mr. T. I support everyone that's trying to work on their wellness.
Me too, man.
That's really where I'm at. Like, at the end of the day, like, this is the deal. If you're trying to be a better self, slowly and steadily, I'm happy with you. If you're not, I don't want to deal with you. I'm done. If you're too inward, you're out. Like, I'm not
what?
playing with you. If you're too inward, all about yourself and no one else.
Oh, I thought you said if you're too N-word.
Nah, I would never.
Isn't
No,
that what he
and-
said? If you're
No.
too N-word,
No.
you're out. I'm done with you.
Yo, don't be talking about my father. I said if you're too inward.
Yeah, if you're
Not
too
normal.
N-word, that's what you're saying. If you're too N-word,
I will fight you right
what's
now. I will fucking haymak the shit out of you right now.
That's what you're saying. I'm
Joe.
not. That's what you're saying.
You want to see me punch the fucking narrator? Fuck out of here.
Listen, he has a Bud Light in his hand. I'm pretty sure you're not allowed to punch him
I can do whatever I want. I'm
because you
American.
go to jail.
That'll be a hate crime. If
Yeah.
you punch me right now, that'll be a hate crime because I'm
Pause.
I'm almost trans.
Calm
because
down, Bud
I've
Light.
one beer and a half.
Calm down. It would be
As soon as I finish the second one.
a haymaker. It's not a hate crime. It's a haymaker.
You say gay maker?
Fucking dick. Yeah, I'm about to fuck you up.
Hate crime. Hate crime. I'm reporting a hate crime. I'm finishing. This is my second one. I'm feeling.
I think Norman needs a little break from speaking for a second.
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling like this
Come
third
on in,
one.
JoJo. His dude's being an
So
asshole.
I have a photo up on the screen. So we were talking about Trump holding up the pride flag,
Yeah.
and then I found another photo online about a protest and people voicing their opinion, and it says "Not my president" on top of a pride flag. So it's interesting how he like showed that he was like for the movement, yet people inside of the movement, I guess you would say, are still against him.
Some people are.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
There are plenty of gay people who support Donald Trump. It's just the way it is. People are not, no single group. Anytime anyone speaks about, I'm doing a Trump thing. I'm like, anytime anyone speaks about any group as a monolith, as saying like this entire group thinks the same, is bullshit.
It is bullshit.
People are individuals, no matter what you look like, what your sexuality is,
Fingerprints.
how you exactly like you've said before. People are,
dude. We are one of one.
but so yeah, you can't. Some gay people don't like Trump. Some gay people do like Trump. Some black people don't like Trump. Some black people do like Trump.
Because we're all individuals.
it
People,
doesn't-
it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, I don't really talk shit on anyone because I've never shook their hand. That's how I look at stuff. Like
Yeah.
I can't talk shit on Trump. I can't. We could all
It's
make.
just- it's
we
the
can like
shitty-
make some stuff up because we're like poisoned by the world. But I've never met these people. I can't
Yeah.
talk bad about these people.
No, it's
And it's not even necessary because people are who they are. At the end of the fucking day, like mad people could talk mad shit, but are they doing stuff to be a better self? And that's how I look at it. Like,
yeah.
you can talk shit, but what are you doing about your shit? And that's where I'm at with life right now. Like, you can say whatever you want, but to back it up, are you actually working on yourself? Like, are you looking in the mirror, hold yourself accountable?
Yeah.
Because most motherfuckers that are up
I'm
to
not.
shenanigans, if you're gonna shenan once, you're gonna shenan again. That's
I'm gonna
all
be
gonna
looking in
say,
my
I'm
mirror
telling you.
after this third Bud Light, and I may see a whole different norm. Is what I'm saying.
You could be
So, I want you to get ready for that,
you could be Norma Jean.
and we should probably wrap this up.
Is it time? What time we got?
I'm about
Wrap
to.
it up.
I'm about to fully transition.
I wrapped my beer up with this snakeskin little fish scale koozie.
Do you want to cheers me for the last time as a straight white
I will help
cis
you.
male? Because
I will help you
as soon as-
transition
As soon as this beer
into your manness.
is finished, you might not
Yeah.
recognize me.
I feel obligated to finish this Bud Light, but I'm at
I'm
the
not.
same time
I'm
like,
done.
You
I-
better finish it, Joe.
like, dude, it's terrible. It's so bad. Like, how is this?
I mean, if I
how-
was
Kenny,
how is this the number one beer
I'm
in
not,
the world? This
I'm
is
not,
horrible.
I'll do a fake
transphobe, transphobe.
I like.
Transphobe,
I would drink a
transphobe.
Heineken over this. Easily.
Heineken
Well,
is
I've never been
fucking
into this type
Amsterdam,
of beer. It
Holland.
was-
What's that country called?
Heineken.
Holland, Amsterdam. What's the country?
Heineken.
Heineken. Yes. What's the country called?
We're gonna hit your Heineken.
Holland. It's Holland. It's
Sure.
Hollandish.
Outlandish.
It's a Hollandish beer. It's a Hellish.
I can't
So wait,
wait
is
till I
it like
can
this
afford
is
to go to
Bud
Iceland.
Light? Like, so I'm just turning 21. I've never had alcohol before.
Yes.
So it says Bud Light. That means it's a light beer. Do they
Yes.
make
Yeah.
it like a non?
Budweiser
Well, I mean,
is
when it's a pounder,
Is it the same company though?
when it's a pounder,
Anheuser-Busch, American company, 8 to 10 years ago was sold to InBev, which is a European beverage conglomerate. So it's not an American company anymore. So some people are saying, oh, that's why they engaged in this trans marketing campaign, because it's not an American company anymore. Because it's funny that like the response ad that they put up after they got all the shit was so fully American, like over the top American, with the old Clydesdale horses and like the deep voice. I mean, this is an American beer we're talking about, you know. But it's not.
It's all horse shit.
But it's not an American company anymore.
So the guy that sponsored it, is he like openly like gay or trans or any of that, or is he just flamboyant?
Who?
Dylan
Mulvaney?
Yeah.
He is trans. He says he's trans.
Transitioning from a male to a female?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
All right, well, that's the episode right there. Got it.
Mazel tov, bitches.
And by the end of this beer, you know, who knows what's gonna happen?
You're gonna suck your penis
because it's been what? That's the third one. This one is skunked. I'm gonna have Kenny's. I'm gonna finish Joe's. So I don't know. We'll see. By next episode, I don't know what's gonna happen.
We're probably gonna finish on him.
I might be tucked. I might.
He might be coked. He might be cucked. Whatever it is called.
You guys have anything else before we head out?
No, I got nothing. End it.
Episode 7, baby.
Send it 7.
Number 7. Cheers, boys.
Boo.
Shillelagh.
White